You've seen the art, you've probably heard the story. A lot of you have been asking the same thing. What does the actual game look like? Today, I'm showing you everything. Kind of. How you pick your opponents, how you build your lineup, how the battles work, and what it feels like to watch your Guardians fight. Let's get into it. Every battle in Guardian's Quest starts before the battle. It starts here, on the opponent screen. You see a list of players. Each one has a defensive lineup, a team of Guardians they've set up to protect their rank. You can see their total power, and more importantly, what types of Guardians they're running. This is where the strategy begins, because if you see an opponent running 3 water types, you know exactly what to bring to action. If their defense is mixed, you need to think harder. The game is already happening before a single attack lands. You pick your target, and now you build your attack. This is the core of Guardian's Quest, the lineup. You pick up to 3 Guardians for your attack team. You choose their order, and that order matters more than you might think, because each Guardian fights in sequence. Your first Guardian faces their first Guardian. If yours wins, it carries over its remaining HP and fights their second, and so on. So it's not just about picking your strongest 3, it's about matchups. It's about knowing which Guardian should absorb the first hit and which one should clean up at the end. It's about reading your opponent's defense and building a lineup that counters it. Once you're set, you lock in, and the system shows you both lineups side by side for a brief moment before the battle begins. Before I show you a full battle, you need to understand the type system, because this is what makes lineup building actually strategic. Guardian's Quest has 6 elemental types: fire, water, plant, electric, rock, and neutral. Each type has strengths and weaknesses. Fire burns through plant, but struggles against water and rock. Water drowns fire and erodes rock, but gets tangled by plant and shocked by electric. Plant absorbs water but wilts against fire. Electric surges through water but gets grounded by rock. And rock crushes electric but crumbles against water and plant. Then there's neutral. Neutral is exactly what it sounds like. No advantage, no weakness. It's the wild card. It won't dominate anyone, but nobody dominates it either. When you hit a type advantage, you deal 15% more damage. When you hit a disadvantage, 15% less. It doesn't sound like much, but in a game where battles are decided by tight margins, those percentages are everything. There's also what I call stab, same type attack bonus. When a Guardian uses a skill that matches its own element, the base damage gets a 50% boost. So a Fire Guardian using a fire attack hits significantly harder than a Fire Guardian using a neutral attack. This means every Guardian is at its best when fighting with its own element, which adds another layer to the lineup puzzle. Now, I'll be honest about something. The balance isn't perfect yet. I run over 7,000 simulated battles to test the type system. And right now, plant types are winning about 58% of their matchups globally, while fire sits around 43%. Fire only has 1 type advantage but 2 weaknesses, while plant has 1 of each. That asymmetry is showing up in the data. Fixing that is on the road, but I'd rather show you the real numbers than pretend it's already perfect. That's not how the game development works. Alright, let me show you a full battle. The Guardians face off one at a time. Each one has a single signature move, and they attack in turn. You can see the damage numbers pop up, and the game tells you whether the attack was super effective or not effective based on the type matchup. And here's something I added specifically because of players' feedback. Speed controls. You can watch the battle in real time at 1x if you want the full experience, 2x for a quicker pace, or 3x. If you just want to see the full result, you can also skip. Your time, your rules. The bottom bar shows you everything you need: HP, stats, active Guardians, levels, generation. All the information is there without cluttering the action. Battle's over. The results screen shows you what you earn, experience for your Guardians, rewards, and your updated ranking. Every battle moves you forward. Battles are one thing, but a game like this only really comes alive when there's a community around it. That's where guilds come in. Guilds in Guardian's Quest are social hubs. You join or create a guild, and suddenly you're part of something bigger than just your own lineup. Each guild has its own level, rankings, and donation system, where members contribute to earn rewards for the whole group. There's a building chat so members can talk strategy, share lineups, or just hang out. If you're running a guild, you get the full admin panel. You can set up whether the guild is open, requires an application, or is invite only. You can assign roles to members, manage permissions, and post a message of the day. The guild system, as everything else, is still being refined. There's more I want to add: guild battles, leaderboards, collaborative challenges. But what's there right now already makes the game feel like more than just solo battles. It gives players a reason to come back beyond just their own progress. This is Guardian's Quest right now. The lineup strategy, the type system, the auto battles, the guilds. It's playable, it's real, and it's definitely not finished. The visual design still needs work, a lot of work. The balance needs tuning. There are features I haven't built yet and ideas I haven't tested. But for the first time, the game feels like a game, not a prototype, not a concept, a game. And it's getting better every week, one step at a time. If you want to be one of the first to play Guardian's Quest, Patreon supporters get early access to builds. You play before everyone else, and your feedback directly shapes what gets built next. Join the Discord if you want to talk strategy, suggest features, or just follow the development in real time. And subscribe if you want to see this game evolve every single week. I'd love to know, which Guardian type would you lead with? Drop it in the comments. This is Unnin Games. Let's build!